business-to-business networking session. We normally have our vendors, our entrepreneurs go first. I'd love to give you 3 to 5 minutes and just take time to do an infomercial on what your business is. We're going to do it a little differently tonight. We've got 2 speakers tonight, so we're going to start out with the first one. Then in between the 2, we're going to let you guys come up. I know you're not shy, so just take a couple of minutes, tell us about what it is you do. And we always want you to network with one another, just don't hurt each other. And then after that, then we'll have the second speaker. The second speaker is also very dynamic, Mark Quaid. Boy, how many have seen Mark Quaid before? Anyone in this room? Is he good or is he good? Excellent speaker. Dynamic tax person. Somebody that doesn't sound right, but he is. He's a dynamic tax person. And I think you will really enjoy him. So stick around if you can. It'll be worth the wait. The first speaker tonight, and I think all of you should have gotten some notification about him, but he's someone, given his background and his content, and of course what he's going to talk about tonight, that I'm interested in. Someone that can take words and put them together, the words that we use every day and sometimes really not knowing what impact we're having, and show you how to put your words together so that you generate more sales. Is that okay? Yeah. Generate more income, generate more interest. He's a professional copywriter. He's actually been an art director for Oprah, for Capitol Records. Was it NBC or CBS?
NBC, WWF, Capitol Records.
WWF?
Yeah.
Okay,
not
don't mess with
it. But
that's okay.
Paid well.
That's okay. So someone that, as we said, and the information that went out to you, not just a job, but this is somebody, this is what he does. This is what he does for a living. He's a professional, he's an entrepreneur. So I'm going to get out of his way, but I want you to give him a warm round of applause. Mr. Ted Cantu.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mark. How many people out there would like to write their own paycheck as much as they want? Everybody? Pretty much? Because that's what I do every week. And I'm very lucky to do that. And I got a little secret for you. Yeah, you hear about this thing called The Secret, right? This book. I got a secret for you. And the secret's this. The world, or actually most of America for the most part, operates on a 7th grade reading level. So you don't have to be like a super grammatic, English professor to do what I'm about to do. And for me, that's a good thing because I was a C- student in high school. And I get paid for that. It's pretty cool. This is a great thing. This is going to be called How to Sell Online or Offline with Any Economy. Okay? And you don't have to have a website to do this. So this is going to be great. And if you guys were here to see me last month, we got snowed out. I want to thank you guys for whoever came because I know they turned some people away, so you guys are diehards. It's awesome. All right. I'm going to throw a lot of stuff at you. Typically, when they go in front of a lot of people, what happens is I only have about a half hour to speak, so I usually try to cram as much as I can in. And I got another secret, too. If you're looking for a mentor for online marketing, always go with a guy who's got bedhead like me. That usually means that we're up all night making money. So, a little tip for you. Here we go. This is, you guys hear me okay on this thing? Okay. Does it? Okay, I'll try to watch it. Step 1, you want to start with a form on this thing. And basically what I do is I write sales copy for people. I write for businesses. And what I like to do is I like to sell my words. How many people in here hate to sell? You can be honest. I used to hate to sell too. And what I figured out was I like to sell with words on paper. That's what copywriting really is. I know there's some misconception out there. Some people think I do copyright symbols and copyright material, but sales copywriting is different. Basically, I copy success from people who have actually sold in the past, and I make offers. I'll explain as we go. Really quickly what I do. This is one of my typical forms I usually give to clients. It's a questionnaire, and what you'll see on here is that I let people check off what they want, and I give them a wish list. of different items. You'll see things on there like websites, website enhancements, search engine optimization, press releases, sales copy, all the stuff that Mark does. It's a lot of really cool stuff on there. Notice how it's worded though. It's a lot of the same stuff. You got things on there like full body video for websites. Over here it's, you've got website enhancement, website, search engine optimization. This stuff is actually the same items repeated over. What I want is when people see this stuff, I want them to basically get overwhelmed. And when I tell a client that they can have whatever they want as far as success, typically what they'll do is they'll chuck everything off on the sheet. I let them cherry pick what they want. And when I get them to a state of overwhelm, it's really good because if you'll notice on the bottom, what I'll also do is I'll start introducing price. The really cool part about that is they kind of sometimes leave that wide open and they'll say, how much can I pay you? Or how much should I pay you? Cool part about that was I studied with Tom Hopkins, one of the great sales guys from the 80s, and all of his closes are really canned and they're very deliberate. My closes are never like that. Typically, when I show somebody what I can do, quite often the prospect will actually give me a blank checkbook and have me, fill it in, which is kind of cool. I don't have to work too hard at that. Here's what I want you to show on this. Master sales copy. That means copy. There's a lot of places, a lot of websites online you can copy from. If you're taking notes, I want you to write a couple of these names down. You can usually find some really good things from on how to write sales copy from like Yannick Silver. There's Joe Vitale, I like. There's Ted Nicholas. And basically what it is, it's salesmanship in print. The headline is everything. And we're going to go over some of that stuff today. There's different ways you can do it. You can do a long form, which is basically long sales copy. Short form, we're going to talk about using color today. You have to ask for the order and offer options for payment. And I want you to start thinking the bonuses when you sell your stuff. Okay? So here's mine. Here's one of the things. This is really cool. When I lost everything in 911, I lost my job and everything. I moved back to Michigan. I had two choices. I could either become the cheapest website sales guy in Metro Detroit, selling the cheapest websites, or I could become a specialist. I decided to become a specialist because that was more interesting to me. So I started studying techniques that work to get myself #1 on Google. As I did that, I created a character for myself. Notice I'm wearing the boxing gloves. I changed my job title too, from this website guy. I became an online demolition expert because I was getting top rankings on Google and sometimes 32 minutes. That was kind of my record. I started competing with only myself and nobody else. So when that happens, a couple of things happen as you do this. You start making enemies and you start making lots of friends. That's okay if you make enemies because it means you're doing something right. You're upsetting the status quo in a sense. I was really rocking the boat for traditional advertising. So anyway, as I'm building this thing, and I got my order forms coming out, I have everything on headlines. The headline's about 90% of your offer. And there's things I like to do with that headline. I like to use a certain typeface called Tahoma. It's real dramatic. It's like something you see in the movies. And you can download it. Most computers have it now on Windows. It's actually a really good typeface to play with. Also notice I put things in quotes. I don't know why it's more effective, but when it's in quotes, people take you seriously for some reason. It's a psychological thing. It's a trigger. People equate that with status and quality. So that's kind of a cool thing. On the bottom of the forms, whenever I send things out, I make it real simple for people. I have them fax it back to me. So sometimes there's very little human interaction. I want people to sell themselves. I have a saying about that. I say that people love to shop, and they like to buy, they like to sell themselves, but they hate to be sold by someone else. So let them sell themselves on what you do.